see what we can do down here. Good morning. If you have an awake brain, I do not have an awake brain, but we're just gonna use the brains that we got. Just waking up the brushes a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, this little jobbles. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Man, these bristles are in rough shape. Oh yeah, sleepy morning painting. Sleepy time morning painting. So, if you were here in the last stream, I've been working on this little area. And then yesterday I finally got all the words outlined and I started on the bigger noodles around the edge. So before we go back to this area, I want to come back down here and outline the humans'. So I can we can make some progress on the background color. I'm hoping to make a gradient again. In two of the previous paintings, we had like a pretty beautiful gradient. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I got the yawns. So let's start with the outline. And I think I'm going to do it in gray. Mostly just because I've been thinking about gray a lot lately. And I have a lot of it to use. So, here's our colors. We got to get it. Of course, everything is invisible to me this morning, apparently. Should I wear glasses? Probably. Am I going to? No, not at all. Alright, here's our color. And just make sure that we get color up from the bottom so they have like actually appropriately mixed color. Let's see. Alright. We're gonna get our second tiniest brush. And let's go in. Let's see if I can get slightly better visual arrangement. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. My cat is downstairs making an obscene quantity of noise, but that is okay. She is allowed to be annoying if she so desires. So the goal right now is just to make it around all the people. So sort of picking where the edge of this color block is going to be. And then also thinning it out so that when I come back with a larger brush, it's easier to integrate it all together. Just trying to sort of feather that edge a little bit, which you can't see at all because I'm not in frame. Good job, brain. Good job. Yes, I have a brain and I know how to use it sometimes. Alright, we'll go with a thicker brush through here. Then we have to decide, like, in between these two people. So, I don't know if you can see this, but this edge of this photograph comes across here. So there's a collaged edge right here. So I think I'm going to fill in most of this in between this rib cage here and this person's arm, which comes around like this, because this hand sticking out is like kind of weird. So we're gonna oust the hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It has this little loop here coming down from the megaphone, which I'm going to at least attempt to keep in the foreground and not accidentally paint over. Oh, I do love this gray, but it has been a struggle. I'm still learning about how not every color has to be the brightest color on earth. I'm trying to train my brain to like other kinds of colors. It's very difficult when you have a brain that is made out of candy floss and Sour Patch Kids and high chews. It's kind of what my brain is made out of, so trying to convince high chew brain that gray is an appropriate color for a large swath of a painting can be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay. Oh Lord. Yep. Everything's gonna be okay. I was asking around to people that I know locally, like, hi, I've been making this massive painting series for over a year and I don't know what to do with it. And someone kept an eye out for me and found an opportunity to apply to, which I was very grateful for. And then, of course, as soon as I tried to apply to the thing that clearly will help with my goals, it got fear belly. Yep, I got real chatty, I guess would be the word for that. Very chatty fear belly. You are definitely gonna get rejected. You are definitely not good enough. So I was like, okay, fear belly, you know what? You're right. We might get rejected. That's totally true. And then I got a teddy bear, danced around, made some cookies. Just tried to be like, yep, you're right. But we're still going to do it. We don't have to do it right this second. If you're feeling a little scared about it, we can do a little bit later. So yeah, we just had like a little fear baby dance party. I just tried to Acknowledge and accept. Love my little fair baby. That is what was happening yesterday. Oh, good morning, doggo. Y'all, we have been visited by a doggo. The world's smelliest old lady dog. Okay, that's good. I like that. Is this... Ooh, I'm just realizing now that I don't like this line. Alright, let's try that again. This line, I think, needs to come in slightly here. Yeah, that's better. Do, 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 do. Yeah. The edge of that shirt was just looking real ragged. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I clearly have to move the camera because I keep making it out of frame. There we go. And then this whole section will just be like this gray. I think. There might be stuff over it, but at least in the background. Oh yeah. Gotta get every single protester a cute little gray halo. I know people prefer process videos that are like an entire massive painting in 1 second. But unfortunately, painting actually takes 1,000 years to do, so we're just gonna be over here in the slow camp. Trying to paint between individual fingers is very hard. Alright. Alright. We're like 50, almost 50% of the way there with this one. You human are like kind of blurry, so I'm going to paint over you. I apologize. You at least have like a little hat to like show where your head is. So I shall keep your head. Thank you for participating in my tiny painting. Oh. Yesterday I was looking at some of the snack bags left over from Steve and I's recent rating of the H Mart. The San Francisco has a new Korean grocery store called H Mart that is really fun and huge and full of snacks. And there were a few of the packaging, like that sort of metallic plastic-ish stuff, like brightly printed snack materials on it. Materials, what do I mean by that? Like marketing materials, graphic design, images and things. And they kind of made me want to do like a whole painting piece just with like snack bags, like food packaging. Oh, okay. Made it all the way around here. I do still want, after San Francisco reopens and I stop doing pandemic papers like properly, this project, because I need to stop at some point. And I figured that's the best place to stop. I do still want to work on paintings. I'm like interested in them now. So I thought maybe combining newspaper material with another material, like from junk mail and from snack bags and stuff like that, I could do a post-pandemic series just to give it some visual distinction between this set of newspaper paintings and the one I want to do next. So it might be newspaper stuff plus snack stuff plus junk mail. That's my current plan. But currently it is just in my imaginations, my conceptual imaginations. Since I don't really do visual imagination, but that is okay. And I'm pretty pretty sure that like I can figure out a way to glue and or staple whatever all those materials together to make like a skin I can paint on. I'm not sure yet how that will work, but we will figure it out. There must be some kind of glue that works on those like snack type packaging bags. It will be a trip though because I'm used to painting on fairly absorbent, like rough surfaced newsprint. And the material I want to switch to is like super slick. So I'm a little worried that it'll be kind of like this project where I like build up the paint on plastic and then you can peel the paint off of it. I'm a little worried that will happen. So we'll have to do some experiments to see what happens when paint dries on that material. I feel slightly bad that I'm redacting like all of these people from the back of the crowd like out of the painting, but it will make for a much better image. So, and I included these people. Just these like half an arm and stuff in the back of the painting that is not what I want. I know it looks like I'm making zero progress because so little paint is getting laid down, but as soon as we complete this outline, we can do big area. The goal for this stream is to get this entire background painted, which once we get this done will be much easier. Because then we can use the big brush. It'll probably be a gray to lavender gradient. Yeah, that's probably my plan. Ugh, I got like a kind of thick glob right there next to her face, which is irritating because when you get, it's like really hard to maintain that line, and then if you accidentally get a glob in it, it's like impossible to fucking fix it. You would just end up with glob line. Sometimes you just have to be happy with the glob line you have. Right. Pretty sure that that's good. So let's wash our brush a little bit and then we can switch to the big brush. Or actually first we can switch to a medium-sized brush. this little baby's right here, which I'm going to use to do this line and then also just make a thicker area here. Just use up the rest of the paint that's on here. We're definitely going to need to do more than one coat, which is fine. It's good for me to know in advance. That's what's going on. Okay. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. All right, we got one little gray areas. Let's get a little bit more water. Boop, boop. Okay, more pigment. Maybe we should play music during the live stream. That would be nice for me. Or podcast. I'm not sure my phone can actually do both of those things at the same time, but I can figures it out. Let's see. Okay, I'm mildly panicking about there being this much gray, but we're going with it. We're going with it. Gray is a color. You can use it. I believe in you. You like this color. You have painted with this color many times. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Alright, we have to go up here. Fill in this little area. I have way too much paint on my brush. It's okay, we can spread it out. Pretty sure all of these paintings are going to have to be glued again. Like they're going to need another layer of glue after they're painted. Because there's lots of little gaps and pockets and things in them. That is okay. We are confident. We are doing it. We are not scared of our own painting. We can do this. Alright. Lord. I don't know if any other artists get this, but I definitely get intimidated by my own painting all the time. Oh, so much progress is being made right now. Did I make a bad decision using this gray? Would you stop second guessing and just do it? Do it, do it, do it. Yo ho! Stop second guessing and just do it. It's just an experiment. How are you gonna know if it's good if you don't try? How are you gonna know, brain? How you gonna know what it does to your feels if you don't try it? Alright, we gotta get this little edge bit. I love these edges on the newspaper. They're like very straight, but also like mechanically torn. Alright, let's see if I can get rid of this little. I have kind of like a little dimple here. Or not dimple, like a ridge. I'm trying to get rid of that ridge in the paper. Squish it. Squish it with paint. Squish it. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, squish, squish. Oh, squeeze it. Do we hate this gray? Oh my god, brain. Stop being so fucking judgmental and just do it. Anybody else got the most judgmental brain in the whole planet? Or is it just me? I think I'll like it once I start like making a gradient so that it's mixed with another color. But for now, my brain is just going, it's ugly. You made the worst mistake in your whole life. Which can't even possibly be true. Painting 7 square inches of paper gray is not the worst mistake I've ever made in my life, brain. I don't know if you knew this about yourself. We fucked up way more shit than this in our life. Oh, cat hair. You can't have a painting if it doesn't have cat hair in it. What life would that even be? Painting with no cat hair in it. Ugh. I want to know if any of the like oil painting masters have cat hair in their paintings. You'd think that they would. You'd think that everybody who's ever painted and had a cat, there's cat hair in their paintings. Alright. I only fudged that up a little bit. Alright, let's get this corner. Alright, corner. It's you and me. Alright. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Ugh. Hold the painting so that you can paint the edge. And not get the paint all over the table. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Why do I always stream when I'm hungry? Then I turn into crazy brain. Blah, 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 blah. I go crazy brain. Hungry, hungry hippo. That's me. Okay. We have managed to do a gray blob that I now think was an utter mistake. But you know what? We're just going to keep going. It's just the background. We can always paint more stuff over it. It doesn't have to be the only thing ever forever. This is like the teenager phase of the painting where like before I started this and we just had these beautiful little colors over here. It was still like a cute little painting with lots of, you know, openness. And many different things could be happening. And now it's in this phase where it's like, oh god, decisions are being made. Decisions are being made. We do not know if they are the right decisions. Panic! Oh, fudging. Are you for fudging serious right now? Yeah, I did all that outlining and I just completely forgot the space next to the arm. Just didn't do it at all. Great effort. Great success. So proud right now. Alright. Let's put you in the water temporarily and get our outliner brush back. So we cannot completely fudge up our own painting. Oh, sorry, I bonked you. I bonked you and now you are wobbling. Okay, let's just pretend like I didn't fudge it up. How did you forget, like, 3 entire inches of an outline? One could argue the most important part of the outline because it's got the freedom symbol hand. Alright. Where's my brush cleaning paper? Alright. Now we can go back to previously on making gray blobs. Oh dang, okay. We got this, we got this. We knows what the fuds we's doing around here. We do. I know that it seems like we do not, but we do. I feel like sometimes live streaming is just an excuse to monitor my own self-talk. Because, like, this is a public record. So, you can't be mean to yourself in the public record. You have to participate in doing good self-talk. Because otherwise, people might know that your brain is mean. My brain is mean. I don't know if y'all's brain is mean, but mine is definitely mean. Alright, we gotta get a little bit, like, under this area. Whoosh. Yeah. Yes, you can use paint as glue when you didn't glue it down right in the first place. Just fix it with paint. Alright, here we go. Gradients and squiggles is the bestest life you ever gonna have, 'cause gradients and squiggles is the best one. Alright. We're so close to starting a gradient. We are so close. We have life goals that include painting a fucking gradient in the background of this painting. We can do it. Alright, we got this, we got this. We got this. You can do it, self. I believe in you. I love you unconditionally, even when you're being a butthole. I love you unconditionally, even when you are a jerk. I love you unconditionally, even when you're being mean to me, brain, because we are the same brain. I love you unconditionally, even if you fudge up this part of the painting slightly. I love you unconditionally, even if you fix the part of the painting that you just fudged up. Yes. I love you unconditionally, even when you be in the crazy brains. Crazy brains. Crazy brains, crazy brains. Oh my god, I'm such a mutter butter. Mutter, 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 butter. Mutter butter. I got the mother butters. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave a gap around the letters because I'm going to expand the outlining, so there's no point in trying to like make that too precise. But I do want to get like right up against the outline around the people. So that is my current goal. It's just to get, and I also want to get the gray like up to maybe here, and then I'll start painting the gradient down from the top, and then we'll mix it sort of in this area. Careful. Careful, careful. Okay. Oof, so close. Okay. If I was more skilled at doing gradients and had done more than 2 before, I might bring the gradient down to sit sort of like at eye level. But I do not feel like I have the skill to do that at the moment, so I'm going to raise it above her hands. Their hands? His hands? This human's hands. Yes. Okay. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Almost there. I think we just need a little bit of blop here around this. And then just to even out the level of the gray, because I want a linear gradient. I think at the height of here. Okay, so let's bring this up here so that when we start mixing the gradient, at least there's a ground to mix into. Okay, it only took me 45 minutes to paint one gray fill. Painting is very slow, y'all. Okay. Okay. Oof. Oof. I gotta rearrange my body. Okay, so this gray fill will definitely need another layer, but we're gonna just ignore that right now because it has to dry. And so instead, we're gonna move up here and bring down the background color and then do the gradient. That's probably as far as I'll get today, is just doing this fill. And then I'm gonna let this whole thing dry, and then I'll come back later and do over the top of the gradient. I'll do more like this squiggle work. So yeah, first we just need to figure out what color our top is gonna be. Hold on, let's swivel our bodies. So easiest thing would be to pick something in a similar value range. And I have this really beautiful like lavender color. Let's see if I can show you. This one here. Whoa. It's a little undermixed right now. So they're right next to each other. They're very similar in color, so the gradient would be a little bit subtle, which I think is good because we're doing a lot of like extremely bright colors. And now that I've actually like done it, hold on, let me turn it this way for a second. Yeah. I do really like the way the gray like makes all of the skin tones and like shirt colors and everything really stand out more. So that does feel pretty satisfying. So yeah, let's go with that lavender. And we're gonna bust out the biggest brush I will be using, which in comparison to the smallest brush I use is a hilariously different size. So yeah, we'll work on this one. I'll probably need that brush I was just using a second ago. So the goal is to basically bring that lavender down as far as possible. Well, I don't need to get that close to these because there's going to be more like work done at the edge here. We're just going to come around basically like that, bring it all the way down, and then we'll mix the gray and purple into a gradient that stretches probably this whole region. So let's start on that. We're going to need a little bit of water on this guy. Oof. Oh, I'm a little nervous. All right, let's just do it. Whew, can do it. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You got this brain. You know what you're doing. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yes. Oh. 45 minutes to do all of that, and then 1 minute to do giant purple blob. Alright. Let's do a little bit of this edge bit before we get too low in the painting to like pick it up. And I'm doing this just because it's a little easier than trying to not paint my table. I guess I could put a piece of paper under it, but then the like edge paper soaks up a lot of paint, and I try to waste as little paint as possible, so we just do it this weird annoying way where I hold up the painting. And yes, these paintings get like super curled and like wrinkly and stuff, and I just kind of squish them later. They never get fully flat, but alright, we're having a problem. I'm wearing my silk robe again, and I gotta roll up my sleeves. Yes, all of my clothes have paint on them. No, I don't try to not get paint on them. I just don't care. Oh, I used to wear a smock, but then I just gave up. It's too difficult to try and figure out how to do that all the time. Okay. Alright. Oh, that looks very pretty. I'm very glad we picked this color. This was an excellent decision. Good job, brain. Oh, welcome to the exciting part of the painting. We do all that super tedious outlining work that goes so slow and takes so long, so that sometimes we get to use the big brush and make one decision and then just blop that decision all over every single thing. Oh. I like how large paintbrushes are like a metaphor for stereotyping. Like when you're using a really tiny brush, you have to make tons of tiny little decisions about like every little nook and cranny. But when you're using a big brush, you can just be like, I'm gonna blob this paint everywhere. Make one decision forever. Alright, let me move the palette a little bit. I'm gonna flip you around so you can get this edge over here. Doot 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 doot. All right. Boop. Blah 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 blah. There's no mixing happening right now, so we're not getting a gradient right now. We're just getting two colors blopped on top of each other. And this is just me being lazy. Instead of using glue, I'm just using paint to fill in the extra little edge areas where I've fucked up gluing it together properly. Alright. Let's get this little area here. Oof. Okay. It's very difficult to hold this little section. Why is that happening? Painting's being very wobbly. It's okay. Oh, look how much progress we made in just like 3 minutes. It's so exciting. Don't get paint on the other part of the painting. All right. Look at all that purple. Ugh. My table is tiny. I don't know if you've noticed. Maybe if I just move the palette off the table. Oh, that's better. You can almost see the whole painting now. Here, maybe I can move you down a little bit so you can... There you go. Whole painting. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's get this edge here. Like how I talk a big game about not getting paint on my table. My table is just fucking covered in paint. I do actively try to not get paint on it. But doesn't always work. Can I stick my finger here? Yes. Alright. Boop. Excellent decisions have been made today. Alright. So we don't have to paint up to that edge because I'm going to cover it with more paint anyway. I've painted the whole purple area. Oh my gosh, we made so much progress in the last 5 minutes. So now I'm just going to... what do I want to do? The best gradients are usually like slightly wet to start with. So let's start with like a slightly wetter brush. And I'm just going to sort of like re-wet this area where I'm doing the gradient. So that it's easier to mix in the gray. Okay, now we're gonna mix a gradient from the gray into the purple. So I'm going to, without cleaning my brush is still covered in purple, add gray on top of the purple, and then we're gonna drag it up. So let's scoot you over a little bit. The first pass will not be ideal. It takes many, many passes to get a gradient right. But we just sort of start with this floppyfulness. Okay, so now let's just add another layer of gray. More gray. And this is wet into wet, so we're not letting it dry in between. Oh, you know what, y'all? I just got paint all over the table. I'm gonna add a table condom. There we go. Not ideal because it'll use up a little bit of paint that I don't want to waste, but it will make for easier doings. Okay, more gray. Sorry, I just hit you with the paintbrush. And I did it again. Twice literally in a row. Good job, brain. Okay. I know this doesn't look anything like a gradient yet. We'll get there eventually. Alright. So you pull the gray up. Oh, fuck, I fudged that up. Alright, that's fine. I'll fix it later. It's not that bad. Like 2 millimeters of yellow that I fucked up. So now that we've pulled up the gray slightly too high, now we're going to pull the purple down slightly more. Although, let's see. I do want the darker, fuck it, more gray. I just want this bottom edge to have like a slightly more dark. Basically, I'm just trying to get the gradient to start higher. Yeah, there we go, that's better. And this will all darken too, so this, sorry, I keep stabbing you in the face with the paintbrush. This edge here will eventually mix into this darker below it because the gray will dry darker. Alright, so this edge is good. So now I just need to work on this edge a little bit. Just make sure. Alright. So now again, very wet brush. A very small amount of purple paint this time. Very small. Dot. If I could get any at all, that would be nice. Great. Okay. So now we're just gonna like dot 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 dot. We're just distributing it across the gradient. So now, just gonna pull down that purple down into the gray. All right, more. This will be easier if I were at an angle. There we go. One direction, just pulling down. Okay, so this is really close to the gradient I'm looking for. There's a little bit of an edge here. Just gonna keep adding more purple up here. Oops. Got distracted. Alright, so let's try to get, I got the questions, brain. I got questions. I might let this dry a little bit because I'm like over mixing it at this point. And then go over it again. You can sort of see like this more gray color here, sliding all the way up to this very purple color. And it's very subtle. But because there's all of these other really bright colors, I think the subtle background gradient is great. So let's just try and get as much of this purple gray color. So we're going to move this over here to dry. And then, so this, if you haven't seen this, this is where I take all the paint off of my brushes as much as possible. So that none of it ends up in the sink, none of it ends up in the trash. So I'm just trying to get paint out of the brush. And then eventually when this thickens up from many layers of paint, I will peel it off and put it in the notebook. I have a little notebook full of these paint peels. But other than that, I think I'm done for today. It took me a whole hour to do that. So I'll see y'all next time.